We have strength and temperance. Okay, coming in hot, Taurus. Would I expect anything less from you? Okay. And I'm sorry about all the weird shadows. One of my lights should turn off soon. It's motion sensor. I forgot I turned it on a minute ago. So mentally, strength is, I mean, you can see it's not about brute and brawn. It's about having this confidence, this knowing, this understanding that you can sustain, you can make it through this, you can withstand whatever it is, you can have some sense of semblance control, maybe a little bit over the situation. And the Temperance is a card of balance and a balance of heart. She has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. There's 2 cups moving water back and forth like this. I'm going to give you some. And, you know, this is a sun back here, but I almost always see it as a volcano like exploding. I don't know why. I think it's supposed to just be the sunset. But that gives contrast to the water in my head, like this fire water kind of element, and it's very much pushed back. This is more of a dealing with your emotional space and finding a balance of how you're this give and take of human connection, and how do I feel in my heart about things, and can I go with the flow a little bit and be both on land and water. You know, that balance between those elements of being is just, you know, going with the tide or being steadfast and firm, and how do those two meet and weigh each other. And in order to receive blessings, I think these are definitely 2 energies that are blessable. So if it's this kind of stuff's on your mind a lot, this finding balance, being in a good emotional space, feeling confident, so forth, Taurus, that will lend itself. So whenever those things come to mind, something happens and it, you know, starts a thought pattern about your stability, your strength, your balance, your emotional health and well-being, look for blessings in that. Look at it as a blessing, as an opportunity to strengthen these things about you. I think those are beautiful energies that come out there. So let's pull a card for your physical space. Oops, sorry, I think I bumped the camera. The Emperor and the Ace of Wands. And I'm very sorry my neighbors let their dogs out. So, the Emperor in a physical space card, he's like the masculine physical space card, period. Like, he's the be-all, end-all. He is in control of his physical space. He knows all the inner workings and how things have to run to make things happen, and he's able to look at how each little aspect affects the whole to make whatever he's ruling run smoothly, right? So I think of this card in our physical space as physically organizing, creating systems, creating ways, whether this is at work or at home, getting control of the processes in your life. So scheduling and organization are always kind of on the top of that list, and budgeting, those kinds of things. And the Ace of Wands, this is a potential, this is a creative spark. This is like that $1 million idea that just like pops out of nowhere and you're like, aha, like light bulb moment. So in your physical space, there may be something that generates some of this kind of energy for you. You're like, oh yeah, I can do this, or this would be a really good change, or this would be very effective in helping me do something better, or do something faster, or some kind of system that you can better implement into your physical space may come into play this month. And those two cards coming out together, listen to yourself. If you have one of those you feel like is a holy crap aha moment, like that could really work, try it. You know, those moments of brilliance that we let pass, could you imagine how amazing the world would be if more of us acted on those impulses and stepped outside of a box once in a while and tried to implement new and creative ways to do things that we've been doing the same way for way too long? And that's like innovation to me, you know, so even if it's something mundane in your everyday life as a housewife, and I'm not saying housewives have mundane lives, but I'm saying inside of each of our situations, whether we're an executive, a housewife, a fire person, a mail carrier, a tattoo shop owner like myself, sometimes, you know, like, we feel like our job in our life is rather mundane. And once in a while, we get this spark of creativity that can really change things up in a positive way, especially coming from this space of like emperor, like I have to run this stuff. I'm in control of this. This is my baby. This is my thing, whatever your thing is. That could really be innovative, be cutting edge, be exciting, and it may just be inside your own home, is what I'm saying. But it could be something larger. If, you know, if I have an inventor watching, invent me something cool, name it after me or something. I don't know. I'm just being silly. But I know when I talk about the energies, sometimes I talk about a very large idea. But it's hard with these general readings. I want to express the energies in a card that anyone can understand and apply to their life rather than explain a specific A, B, and C. I'm not a fortune teller. If that's what you're here for, there we go, the light went off. That's not really my intention. My intention is to talk about the cards and the energies in a way that are relatable to you, and you can see how they apply in your life, so you can create a dialogue within yourself that helps you, me, and everyone kind of grow as we become more consciously aware of the energies in our lives and our relationships to them. I felt like that was way wordy. Sorry, Taurus. All right, let's pull a card for your emotional space. We have the High Priestess. She is one of my favorites. There's always a sense of kind of duality here with the light and the dark and her sitting between it. Her being this like connection between the two and finding this middle space. And her foot is on the moon and she's holding a scroll which contains knowledge, of course. She's surrounded by pomegranates, which have always been like, you know, oh, what's the hoity-toity came to mind. I don't know why those words, but you know, more well-to-do kind of pomegranates are expressed there. So with her, it's like she has access to this almost like this higher knowledge or this connection. She's very capable of connecting these two worlds, these two ideas, these two feelings, these two whatever together. And because she's able to do that, she holds special knowledge there. So this coming in your emotional space, I feel like this is more to do with self. She's by herself. This is you understanding your emotions more is how, I guess, how I'll start to explain it. In your emotional life, this may not be a month where you're highly concerned with your connections with other people, but more so in a internal, what's my relationship with me kind of way. This card always makes me think of prayer and meditation. Exercise for a lot of people is the same kind of thing that pulls you into this spiritual, if you will, moment where you're alone with yourself, or you're alone with your God, your spiritual practices, where you kind of shut out the rest of the world and you have this ability to digest you. And then once you open back up, what has that done for you, and what does that allow you to access more in the world? So I just see her as this energy of self-care and, oh geez, sorry, hope that didn't affect the video. Self-care, self-trust, intuition, gut feelings, that trusting that if you get a bad feeling about somebody this month, trust your gut. If you're in a place where you're taking really good care of yourself, and these are all super positive cards, and you're in a good, emotionally healthy space, you may be a very good judge of character right now. Especially with the Strength and the Temperance and the Emperor, like these. So you got 3 major arcanas, an ace, and another major arcana. Like these are heavy duty, big energy kind of things. So I just feel like you are in a space, you are going to understand what blessings are, and your perspective is going to be one of which that you trust yourself, and you feel balanced, and you feel like you have some control, and you feel like your intuition is on. So those are amazing, beautiful energies to get to encompass. If you're not feeling that, that is a big opportunity to make yourself by, what is my relationship to this energy? What is my relationship to this energy? How does this make me feel? What could I do to bring this into my life? Where is it already? I just don't see it. And what is my perspective on my life? Am I blessable right now? Do I see blessings in everything, or am I overlooking them because my perspective isn't this? So let's pull for this reading, we're going to pull one more, and then we'll do a second reading not that one. That was just me not being able to move my thumb right. For your spiritual space, and then we'll move all of these cards and do another reading. Oh, I love it. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is another major arcana card, and the Knight of Coins. I almost feel like this is the coin in his hand, and he's starting to finally get it, that things happen and I have to think long term, but I also have to be able to react to things changing. The Wheel of Fortune always stands out to me as things keep turning, things keep moving. There's this I can't find the word. I wish my brain worked. Okay. So this is obviously a circle, and I can't find the word that I want. And there's things that are perceived as this way or that way or up or down or what have you. but it's all connected and it all cycles. And there's this grander thing at play that we aren't capable of seeing the whole picture and all the interactions that create what we're perceiving as our reality. All the little steps, every step of the way of what put this person or this thing or this idea, whatever, into right now. But I think it's like I said, it was like spiritually, like he's holding this, he's getting this may be part, he's thinking long term with this, and how an understanding, and this is a very positive card as well, like Wheel of Fortune, there's chances for amazing things to happen, and we don't always know what's going to lead to them. And we need to understand, okay, this is where I'm at today. I cannot change this moment, but I can make choices going further that are going to affect how this rolls and what interactions I have and what comes into play in this. So I just feel like a real sense of security when I look at these two cards together, in this knowing this and in a giving up of like instant gratification, but thinking long term and thinking security and thinking he is on a horse, so he's able to move quickly and change path when needed quickly. Like he has assistance in being able to maneuver the world. I mean, he's not out there running buck wild, but if he needs to, right? He's a knight still. That's a lot of action in a knight. That's somebody that's out in the world interacting is how I see that energy. So spiritually speaking, I really think this is you coming to an understanding of, I can't control it and I don't know everything, and I have to learn to understand that there's cycles, and I have to start thinking long term, and I have to go with it and allow the blessings and choose my perspective of how I'm going to see this, and understand that I don't know everything. I can't understand everything. I only know my truth. And as long as you're rolling with this kind of energy, like you should be feeling very healthy, I would think, and secure with these kind of energies, and really feeling good about yourself, and knowing that these infinite blessings are going to continue to show up and continue to be a part of my life as long as I choose to see life that way. I don't even feel like we need to do the second part of the reading. This has been beautiful, and I've already taken up 20 minutes, which I definitely shouldn't have done, Taurus, but I hope you're enjoying this because I know I am. So I will be right back.